What
Welcome
up,
back,
everybody? You go.
Welcome back, FFS family. We got a little bit of a miscue, but it feels like we have been gone for so long. It feels good to be back, and I am so happy to be joined by. Actually, never mind. I'll let you introduce yourself. Go ahead. Tell everybody.
What up, everybody? It is Erebus. Really happy to be back. Found, you're okay, so it should be okay, I guess. Now, about these teams, I don't actually really know a ton about either of them. Tef is awesome. Tef's cool, so I hope Tef wins, I guess. But Raptor is actually in the league now, which is kind of cool also.
I thought we weren't allowed to show favoritism. What are you doing?
I show favoritism all. When you pick a team, I pick Big Smile. They win. And so we have
that is the best photo ever.
Gragas, Kennen, and then we have Xayah, Annie. Annie's pretty strong, and I think Xayah is probably the strongest AD carry in the game right now, to be honest.
Yeah, she definitely has some decent strengths, especially in the kite back compositions we've been seeing a lot of the time. She does have some damage issues, especially if you do go that W uptime build with the Navari quick blades. So it's gonna be interesting to see how good Black Pink Trash is gonna be on the Xayah. It's definitely a good selection already since Pika Smile is seeing it and then picking a ton of dive into the Xayah ultimate.
Yeah, I don't like Senna a ton in the meta, to be honest. Apparently Plink is Rare Atom. Rare Atom rocks. I like Rare Atom, so, that's cool too. I'm going to keep playing favorites, I guess. I don't like Senna in the current meta. I think Xayah is busted with that Navori build. Your E's up every, 3 seconds. It's super obnoxious. They have good counter engage, even if Xayah gets kind of caught out with Annie. Wukong is going to have a hard time getting onto Xayah, I think.
And Wukong always has the same vulnerability. His passive gives him armor, but not magic resist, so it's really good to pick AP champions into him. And with Annie and Kennen, that is a ton of burst damage. It's a little bit disjointed because you're picking dive with Xayah, who wants to be cutting back, so she's gonna have some difficulties actually finding room to auto in these fights, especially since Gragas is such a good spacer, which is why I like the Trundle a lot better to ultimate that Wukong when he goes in and take away some of those resistances.
I'd say my one critique of Pika Smile's draft is it's very anti-synergetic. Gragas and Wukong ultimates don't in any way, shape, or form really go together. Senna can buff the Wukong pretty well, but when they team fight, that's going to be really awkward unless they exclusively use Gragas ult to initiate. It's going to spread the fight out when you want to kind of keep it centered around the Wukong. I like the Trundle pick. If Wukong goes in, steal his stats and he kind of dies. So I think it's a good pick. Not sure how I feel about Trundle in the meta, though.
It's definitely fallen out because it's a slow clear. It has a lot of difficulty dueling some of the AD junglers we see currently. But it does still have the same strength it always does. It negates some of those melee supports that we've been seeing coming back. Braum has been extremely strong. So has Nautilus. So if you want to go some of those options to punish the Annie, it makes them very difficult to play team fights. So while it's not a common selection, I do understand where they're going with this, especially since they're trying to have that heavy dive, and this Trundle just appeal for Xayah.
Yeah, Trundle's an FOF favorite for sure. That dude shows up all the time, no matter what's going on in the meta. He's just kind of there. Hovering Kennen still, awesome, cool, great guys, fantastic. Ha 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 ha. So funny. So something interesting. I'm looking up the players right now because I'm not familiar with all of them. I think Captain Kosher is newer to the league. Does not appear to be a jungle main in any way, shape, or is a support and top player. So we'll see how he does in a 5 situation for the jungle.
Captain. Jungle is a completely different role in competitive format than it is in solo queue. So I'm not super surprised by that. A lot of people don't want to play it in solo queue and just play it in team settings. So
Kenny Tron is also apparently an AD main. He off rolls jungle, so we got some weird things going on in the jungle right now.
Yeah, we think we do have our junglers selected up. It's going to be either Wukong or Gragas or Trundle. Now, you could throw Trundle support and have Annie play mid, and then you can still kind of work around some flex picks on the side of Fat Pikachu. So those are some decent options, but they're going to go instantly for the Camille, and we know Camille is going to be headed to the top side. Now, she is very counter-pickable, so it's going to be interesting to see what Tadis is going to go for in the top lane, because there's plenty of good options, especially with this constant Kennen hover, which is actually really strong. It was recently buffed.
They pick Kennen, they lose. I like Camille a lot. I don't like Trundle jungle as much. I don't think it's the best right now, especially Wukong is really strong in the meta. Trundle's kind of fallen off a bit. Orianna I like with Wukong a lot. That kind of fixes the issues they were having with we're going to accidentally separate everybody. So Wukong clone it. Oh my gosh, Galley. Is it going to be Gallia?
Yep, really old school combination with the Wukong coming in.
No damage.
It's very low. I expect Gragas to go AP, so they will have some options for that. I mean, they're really going to be banking heavily on the Orianna Wukong burst when they use those ultimates together. But into this composition where it's going to be very difficult to one-shot anybody, especially if Blackpink is playing well, he's going to always have that ultimate to dodge that combo. So they've definitely given themselves a high barrier of execution on what they need to do to really stifle what Fat Pikachu has already selected up.
What is Pika Smile's bot lane? Who's it? Who's going to be with Senna?
I assume it's Senna Cho. It could. That seems like the most likely one. It could be Senna Wukong also, but I would guess
Azir. That's a really good pick. Another team. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely solid. Into Orianna.
Fat Pikachu.
Well, I will abstain from betting this round. I gotta be a good boy.
You gotta keep score.
Credentials, you know.
Pick.
Let's see. I do think the execution on the side of this Camille composition is a little easier, as the stun's going to land onto Pink. Is going to be forced to flash away, burning it early. Cho'Gath doesn't super need it very heavily in the early game. Into this matchup, Xayah and Annie aren't the most punishing bot lane, but that's already losing resources that they may have used to go bot early if they wanted to gank that side of the map.
That is an easy gank now. That is a Ghost Cho'Gath with no flash.
Oh, I just noticed he had Ghost. Wow. Whoa. Some skill matchups on that one. I mean, Ghost can be good, but you don't really want Ghost into a lot of point and click CC. And what are you really going to be dodging other than the feathers?
Yeah, that messes up their whole bot lane for a while, actually, with the anti-stun. Cho'Gath is not going to be able to CS for a good while.
I mean, Blackpink and Raptor are looking for this one fight in the 2v2. Now, I don't think they outright win this. Tef should, as long as Tef isn't the one who gets the damage first, this is going to be a really close fight.
I think they'll win it so hard. Watch this. It's going to be nuts. They're going to blow Tef up in like 2 seconds.
We're watching the face check. Tef isn't going to get stunned. Just looking for the Q. No stun's going to land because Annie doesn't have any more charges. She's already used her stun early on, so she doesn't have it available now.
Let's see. No Trundle's jungle pathing is a little interesting. Buff to wolves? Okay, yeah. So just skipping top side altogether. Going to be down a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much anymore with the jungle XP changes.
Yeah, this is the gank first meta. I know Riot is still trying to kill it, so we're gonna wait for that to happen. As it has not happened yet, you don't need that much gold in the early game from your jungle camps, as kill experience is so valuable. But this lane is going odd in the bot lane with Tef and Pink getting level 2 first in a matchup, in a double range matchup essentially, where you're not supposed to be able to get pushed.
Yeah, that is really surprising. Doran shield's broken. I guess that's all I have to say. Tef walked a little too far forward. I would like to see.
Both junglers are showing in his bot side. Blackpink's gonna face check, taking a bunch of damage, forced to flash away. Hill's gonna be burned on the side. Raptor is now the one under fire. Tef's looking for the autos, unable to get it, but the good pillar is gonna take out Captain Kaiser's. He's gonna drop first blood.
They might, yeah, they're gonna get rare out of.
And we're just gonna give over a second kill. Tef's with the roots. That is 2 landed back to back. Good on.
That was weird. That turned out super well for Pika Smile. They were down.
Tef's just gonna walk up. This is gonna be in trouble. Auto's coming through. No pullback on the feathers yet. Looks like the daggers were down, but really aggressive, trying to press with that red buff.
Yeah, the doubles have to feel super good. That's an interesting bot lane. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think.
Well, it's definitely scaling. At level 6, it's going to have a lot of power depending on what this Cho'Gath is going to do. I assume it's going to be AP. There's been tons of buffs to the AP Cho'Gath with the Rupture cooldown being so low. It gets down to like 3 seconds. And if you're landing it constantly, it can be very difficult to play into it, especially with Senna's range that she's going to get built up, kind of getting free stacks because they've already managed to maintain some lane control.
Yeah, definitely. I am super congested, so sorry if I sound weird. I think their only issue is they're going to be having a really hard time pushing on Pika Smile's side
I mean,
if
yeah,
they ever get a lead.
yeah, now that the lead is here, but there isn't another gank headed to this bot side. Kenny Train is not spotted. Tef's going to be the first one in trouble. Raptor is going to take a bunch of damage. Shogaf's going to pick that up on the side. Now Tef's going to try to look to get out as fast as possible. Unable to do so. Blackpink going to grab it. And with that kill being going over, another buff transfer. These buffs are lasting a long time.
Yeah, it's always fun to see the buff jungle game. This lane's go. I would take that on Pika Smile's side for sure. You know, you get ganked, you get a kill. Cho'Gath stays alive, and then Tef gets a free reset.
That's going to be the face cap onto Jakun, who's going to get out nice and easy. Has that dash out, unable to block it on the side of the Wukong.
I don't know how I feel about it. I like Azir a lot just for this, like, versus their team, but I'm not sure how I feel about Azir mid at a, like, not professional level. I don't know. He's very hard to pilot.
Walking back, Rupture's gonna land. Silence is there, but Stun's gonna be there from Raptor. No mana following up, trying to get Tef to get that support as fast as possible. Autos could come through very easily. Blackpink's gonna need to be very safe, but the pullback's gonna get a bunch of damage onto Plink.
What's going on top lane? Nothing? Awesome. Cool. They're even in CS. Neither of them, well, I guess, they got a tier. Camille hasn't backed yet. Top lane stuff, right? Either they kill each other 20 times and nothing happens for 25 minutes and you hope your other lanes win. The game is this is a very even game still. I will say that Wukong, he's up a level in the jungle. Probably should base. Probably has a lot of gold right now. Can probably get some more items. There he goes. Cool. So Wukong's gonna hit 6 before Trundle hits 6, and if they time that right on a counter gank, they can just win through bot lane.
Yeah, this top side is very difficult to gank. I mean, Gragas is so safe. Now, you can choose to go for it. The ultimate's going to be available for the Camille, so they are going to go Storm. Hasn't used it yet. The body slam is going to be blocked. Tidus is going to be in trouble, but the ultimate knock away instantly cancels. Okay. It's going to force the flash with the pillar. But level 4 Trundle doesn't have much damage left in the tank.
That was a good ult from Tidus.
Yeah, got the Camille out and really canceled the ultimate.
Well played. Got the Ignite, too.
Oh, yeah, that's really valuable for the all-in threat. Camille's not going to be able to look for that for a while. It's really difficult to one-shot the Gragas even when he's not going tank, which it looks like he might be with what he's building so far. He's at least going to get that Catalyst.
For sure. I see a lot of Gragas go Everfrost. It's a really annoying build, but it's really good.
Yeah, unless you get a longer charge on that Q that needs to get that.
And then you just eat every quarter of a second. It's the most annoying thing ever, but it's really good. And we got our first dragon take. Let's see how this goes.
This is a greedy Drake. Oriana's not going to be there. Tef's going to be in trouble first. The dash in for the side. Who's going to knock down Captain Kaiser, who does get the smite, but is going to die. Is sooner rather than later. Tef's going to fall too. 2 kills given over for the dragon. But just a miscommunication on the side of PS, who doesn't have Sandara walk over, so just a free roll from Jakun.
Did they not know that it was rewarded? I think they thought it was clear vision because, like, Sandara didn't come at all, and they seemed pretty confident taking that with, like, no health. Really, really good shuffle by Azir. Really good map awareness by Fat Pikachu on that. I'd say I would take 2 kills and 0 deaths over the first dragon of the game for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, it looked a little bit like greed. They just assumed that the contest wasn't coming. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. As Plink is going to die here. He has no flash. Is going to get rooted up. Who's going to get the kill? It looks like they're trying to give it over to Xayah. As Blackpink is going to force it, and Raptor is going to die. That is not what you want to see for the side of Piggy's to actually give over that kill.
I'll chat worth after that one, Raptor. Xayah is very, very far ahead.
Just face checking into Tef and Captain Kaiser, who's going to get the dash over the wall, and he's going to grab it. Well done on the side of Tef and Captain Kaiser for staying into that bush, but what was Kenny Train looking for right there?
A little too low on health to be doing anything there, and your entire jungle's up. Just like top and bot side, just base or do your grump there.
I mean, Andy was dead too, so there's no CC to actually look for that.
That was a bit odd, but everybody gets a free one, so no problem. Top lane, it's 0-0. CS is even.
It's just so difficult to kill in that matchup. I mean, Camille would have to outplay super hard to get this kill outside. Look at that sustain.
Yeah, they can't kill each other, and nobody can gank them.
Well, this is typically what Camille wants, though. Camille isn't the best laner, so giving a free lane for her is typically pretty good. While Gragas can be very difficult to play into the mid game just because of that body slam interaction with your hook shot.
Wukong's still level 5. Should be 6 off red, I assume. But let's see.
Yeah, he's close. He just got it.
He's 6. He's gonna come bot. So the best way to win right now, everybody, as a jungler, you just go bot lane for 20 straight minutes. It doesn't matter what's going on. Just go bot lane. You're gonna win the game. There's a little free yellow tip.
Yeah, bot is the highest impact lane right now. This is also the easiest lane just for them to kill. Now Rupture is going to be what we're looking to land. Blackpink's going to get knocked up. Yep. Good ultimate on the side. It doesn't get knocked up until very, very late. So the pullback hasn't come through, but a lot of damage only with the flash forced out.
That should be an easy regank. Xayah ult down with flash. He should go do his other camps for a second, but come back in like a minute or two. Trundle's going to do Herald. It's a really good call. Wukong's not going to be there in time to stop it. I would prefer to see Azir hovering towards that side just in case, but no big deal.
Jakun did place a really intelligent ward on that Wraith camp, pinging out the Wukong so you can see he's spotted, know he's not moving over in that direction, so really smart on that side. That's going to give a lot of information for quite a while.
Quality ward.
Yeah.
Good job.
Better words to do.
John Kook? What's his name?
I've been saying Jakun.
Azir. Good job, Azir.
Kenny Train's looking for this gank top, so I wouldn't even bother, honestly.
Yeah, Camille's almost dead right now.
Is it even worth it even if you kill Gragas there?
I mean, it's fine. If you could play it, it'd be okay. Camille's definitely going to be able to match Gragas later after items are online, but like right now, it's just going to suck.
Yeah, it's take 10 years to kill him, and then once you finally do, you're probably not going to have the HP to go for plates. Plink is farming up pretty well in this bot side. Considering this is a double range into a melee, it could be much worse, especially when you do have to farm. But Stun's going to land, Tef's going to be in trouble. Good knockup is going to prevent Blackpink from getting that extra damage out. A root could have been the end of Tef, so...
Well, I like this Annie-Xayah lane, actually. It's really... If Annie gets the stun off, you get a double root 100% of the time. And Annie's range is way longer than like everybody else's. I like that. That's cool. It's a good idea.
If I recall correctly, Annie also does have one of the longest auto attack ranges.
I think it's the longest. It used to be the longest, I thought.
It used to be 675. I think
back
they may
in
have
season 3, people played Annie support all the time.
Yeah, she just would hit you from across the map. That might have changed later on as with Senna being introduced.
I do. I mean, like Pika Smiles bot lane's doing fine. It's just unfortunate that Xayah got all the kills for them. Very, very good for Fat Pikachu. Unfortunate for Pika Smile. Who's going to be the stronger Pikachu? I guess.
I guess they're both fans of Pikachu, but didn't pick Kennen for some reason. Who knows? This is the best of 3. We can still see Kennen come out. But another Dragon start. Weren't able to get the Aspen. You give Captain Closer on the back side, who's going to be looking for the Smite Steal.
Yeah,
he's going to be able to grab it, hop it over the wall, and that is not going to be as much. And he trade his life instead. Force the flash, but Raptor is going to grab it. Well done on that side, as the double rupture is going to land. Not much follow-up damage going to come through. That's going to force the heal out of Raptor, so got something more out of it.
I don't think there's a point in going for the steal if you're like, if you're going for the steal, just go alone. If you're going to hover with 2 people, just go do other things, right? Like go push mid, get a plate. Cho'Gath was just farming bot lane. Like they weren't going to actually contest it, and it's just second dragon. I don't know. You lose a lot of tempo that way. They can get the Herald off now because they're up kills. Really good play out of Fat Pikachu.
Up double
Holy,
ultimate.
oh my
Raptor's gonna
god,
get the flash.
Raptor.
Tef forced to flash out, but this is a bunch of tower damage now following him. Kenny Train's gonna barely be able to grab it. Ultimate's gonna be late from Tef, so there is no shield. Captain Kozer's gonna be looking on the backside to try to grab a Raptor as Sundara's on the backside. Pull back for Blackpink is gonna grab a double kill. Well played, trying to dive too deep into that Xayah, who still had the Gale Force available.
That Pikachu playing like psychopaths. That was an insane person dive Raptor with the flash stun. Alright, let's see this. Yeah, I think Raptor just flashes and it goes nuts.
Yeah, just gets the double stun onto Plink and Tef. This is a difficult dive overall. Kenny Train is not the tankiest to be staying under the tower. Pullback is used, so they don't have
And then
it
just
available.
absolute insane person right here. Watch it, like, what the heck?
Yeah, no mana on Plink yet again. Also, that's a big.
Yeah.
That's big for this.
And then Blackpink just played this really, really cleanly. Xayah is so good.
Yeah, Raptor doesn't die. Sundara does.
One,
pick up
two, three,
this
four
one
feathers. Ult, guilt, and done. Easy. Easy double. Clean. And Raptor escapes. Wukong just chasing him. He's just kind of vibing out.
kill. Yeah, Raptor not dying is massive here too. As here is another of what we've been constantly seeing in this top side, where Camille just does not have enough damage to kill this Gragas.
And top lane is 0-0, and the minions are just about even. I don't know if we've said that yet so far.
We've been trying to avoid it. This is very boring, but I mean maybe possible. Body
This
slam
is
use.
chess. Everyone else is playing checkers. They're playing chess up there. It's the mental game.
It's just yeah. I mean, there's so much sustain in this top side. This is one of the reasons why Gragas was nerfed very heavily in past seasons, trying to get his healing down to prevent lanes like this, where he just heals through everything and can just stay in lane forever.
I think Tika Smile's going to have a pretty rough time with the gold deficit with the comp they've drafted. I mean, they definitely eventually scale very well. But they're going to have a problem matching Camille on the sides at that point, even if they are winning the 4v5s. But it's going to be hard for them to make any progress unless they start getting picks pretty soon. Wukong hasn't finished his jungle item yet. Senna doesn't come online for a while. Gragas needs a few items to be super useful. And then we have some activations already on the other side, including a Shirelia's, so they can just sprint at you and engage whenever they want. It's going to be a little difficult going forward.
Yeah, Senna really hasn't recovered since those HP nerfs she received. She just has so low HP scaling. You see how squishy she is and remains to be, especially when she's playing support and it is even less likely to get those levels. Sundara's going to walk in, going to get the command dissonance onto Jakun. Not going to choose to use the ultimate. Just yet, as the ultimate's going to be dodged, and good trade as Jakun's going to go back in, get some stabs with the knife. Sun's going to be land on the side of Plink, who's going to be in trouble. Tibbers is going to die instantly. Well done on the side of Pika Smiles to kill that very quickly, as Sundar is kind of getting poked out on the spot side.
Yeah, that was a good idea. The ult, I think it was just barely out of range. A little unfortunate for Sundara, especially because Azir does have TP advantage, and Sundara's just going to get poked under tower now.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. It looked like a stun missed, and then nobody died, so no big deal over there.
Yep, very much trapped in lane right now. That was a good command attack cam distance combo onto Jakun. Did get some good decent damage, so now he's less likely to be in kill threat, but
He can just die if he steps, like right now, if he steps a little too far forward, he just dies. Yeah, he's out of there.
So well done on Sundara for bringing that back, especially how that original trade went with his ultimate not being used. Another attempt to kill onto Talius. Are they going to have enough damage to do so this time? Is going to be very, very close. You have Captain Counter going away, and once again the ultimate pushes Stormbliss away and prevents it. This is just what top lane is now.
I think if they really wanted to commit, they could have killed Gragas there, but neither of them used their ults. I don't think Wukong being there would have changed it. But yeah, I don't know. They just get ult today.
It's definitely a little bit of a skill check too. Storm needs to ult. The Gragas ultimate can be really tight timing, especially when he's throwing it at his feet. Here's Cho'Gath walking up. Rupture Feast is available. Wrapped here is going to get the double stun. Not enough damage to go for a kill just yet. The knockup is going to last. And it looks like that's going to be it for now, as just not enough engaged just yet.
Yeah, the knockup saved him there. You can't walk into that with two people when you see three of them there, especially with Annie just kind of hovering. Raptor's playing super well with the Annie.
Yep, and he always achieves the desired effect. Nice and easy. First tower is going to drop bop side to Jakun in the 1v1, so good on that. He's been winning this matchup quite handily with decent CS lead also.
Yeah, almost 10 CS a minute. Both has honestly been playing pretty well. Azir definitely, that double shuffle in the pit, put him ahead for sure.
Oh, here's the knockup. Raptor is not going to land the stun. Opts to use the W instead of the Q.
Mountain Dragon
would get away for life.
So good for Pika Smile. It's good for Fat Pikachu also, you know, just with the champions they have. But Pika Smile would have loved to get Mountain Dragon. Mountain Soul would have been great for them in this game. They're going to keep having a pretty hard time doing anything unless they get some picks.
Hook shot is used. That's going to be the Rupture landing. No knockback onto Storm. Trying to get into Feast range. Very close. The healing's not going to be there just yet. It's going to come in. Okay. Not enough to prevent the death. As Capsule Code is going to come in and grab it. One played on the side of Storm. Yeah. But now Tef's going to be in trouble. You can't stay in this mid lane right now. Got to be scared of the flash gun. Flash away from the side of Tef. Barely managing to make it alive. Ultimate going to be used from the side of Sundar. Not going to land anything. No one home just yet. As this tower is going to go down nice and easy. A bunch of gold going over. And no kills given over in reprisal. So well done onto Fat Pikachu. Playing this mid game out quite safely.
I am surprised that Tef didn't die there. Blackpink used their ultimate offensively, and I guess just it didn't land. Overall, I mean, yeah, not the worst for Pika Smile, but definitely, like, they can't really guard their towers right now. Who's going to be able to do that? Wukong needs to find an initiation angle to do anything right now. Otherwise, they're just going to lose their towers.
Yeah, a lot of their initiation is unfortunately on this top side. Gragas is going to need to be a big threat. And they've been playing away from him, so not that many avenues in. The gold lead is not too bad, only sitting at about 3k, so could be much worse. As Tef's going to look to try to get some autos land on this tower. Titus going to body slam forward. Not going to land, but it's now going to get rooted under the tower. A bunch of damage. Jakun's on the flank. Raptor's walking up, doesn't see a target just yet. Ultimate's available for Storm Bliss. This is a fight 4v5 in the mid lane. 4 men on the shuffle, and they're all dead instantly. Triple kill for the side of Raptors. He's going to look for the Quadra, but not able to get it as Storm Bliss is going to take one. But at 20 minutes on the clock on Baron's spawn, this is going to be a fast one.
Who is this? That was disgusting. What? That was a nutty play, and right into the 3-man anti-stun too. That's a tilter.
That was swooping in.
I told you, Fat Pikachu had this, dude.
I am neutral.
Yeah, whatever. Neutral. Everybody boo. If you're on a computer, just start booing.
We can never boo neutrality.
I do all the time.
That is unfortunate move. Baron being taken up by Fat Pikachu. This is a 6k gold lead now. Looking really tight in this mid game. A big team fight win, which frankly wasn't even close. Too many people landing into that as their ultimate. Now it's just going to be how they close out. How clean can they do this? There's a lot of avenues in. I would definitely look towards this top side. A lot of just free gold sitting on the map as an objective bounty is going to be claimed. Tefts is going to be forced to walk away, unable to be targeted while in that shroud.
I don't like the Azir build. You shouldn't go Dashers ever. It doesn't matter too much, but
well, you should. You not typically, but if you're going to use Go Conqueror, you probably should. As this is a face check, Tef's instantly gone. Sundara is going to be the next person on this chopping block. Jakun's going to sweep away, grab it. Now a bunch of damage onto the Annie, who's going to give over a shutdown. Jakun's going to knock back in, but there's just not enough damage, just not enough tools in the kit for Pika Smiles, as they're going to give over a bunch of kills and most likely drop this mid lane inhibitor.
Jakun's insane. This is a really good Azir game.
Oh yeah, very, very good. And then, as I was saying,
Blackpink also 508. Yeah, it's broken.
Agree to disagree on that one. I think Xayah, her laning phase is really, really bad. So if you pick lanes that can punish it, it can be very, very difficult to play. But Kind of a free one going into a Senna Cho'Gath here.
Pick Zaya, print LP. That's the motto.
As this is another tower dropping. Still a lot of gold on that top side, so they're not going to be able to group forward just yet because 40 seconds on this dragon. They want to continue their stacking. Don't want to allow Cho'Gath to get any free ones. He is building tank.
Yeah, they're at that awkward point of the game where like you're so far ahead, but you still don't have that much health. So if you mess up, you could throw your lead pretty well. I think it's just best for them to like kind of stay grouped and go for the dragon team fight, see if they win.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be the angle on a ward. Tef's a little scared to walk up, so going to instantly be a 3v4 as they're in. Sun's not going to land for the side of Raptor just yet. Is going to come in late onto the clone, who is going to die. Blackpink is going to grab another kill. Rampage onto the Gragas. Stormbliff has grabbed Tef on the backside, as this is just going to be a double kill. We can't see it, but I can see Camille killing Sundara. So three kills collected up nice and easy, as this is not going to be the game. Just gonna take this this dragon.
Yeah, Pika Smile was just way too split up there. Tef gets caught out alone by Camille. 3 of them are on the right side. Right here, Tef's split. Oriana's not even in the fight yet. It's very awkward positioning for like what the game they're in.
Yeah, I mean, Tef was just too scared to walk in with his team. Didn't want to commit to that, and ends up dying for free at a reprisal. Stormbliss just by himself. No way you're gonna take this fight and win at this point. And you see how easily he just kills Sundara and Tef on the backside. And it's just too easy.
That was a 4v5 too. Azir was not involved in that fight. He's about to be though.
And he's also the main damage dealer. A lot of damage coming onto the side of Kaiser, who's going to force the dash away. Gotta be scared though. You don't want to walk into the Cho'Gath, who has R available. Going to give over a shutdown. Here comes the flank, but we have 2 bodies who are about to be dropped as Stormbliss is going to grab another one. Unable to grab just yet. There. Ace on the backside with a 7-0 Zaya. Good game to start off the season with Blackpink.
Yeah, their bot lane looks really, really good. Honestly, I mean, all of them they've all been playing very, very well. I would say their bot lane and mid have been the shining stars for me, though.
Well, it's, everyone looks good when you're winning. Got to see if they face some adversity in the next game. Definitely some possibilities, some takeaways for Pika Smiles. Their draft was a little harder to play, harder to execute, very disjointed with how their ultimate usage would need to go down. And, I mean, when Jakun is going to get this much damage out on his Nazir in every fight, you're going to have a very difficult time winning.
Yeah, I don't think Senna is the move in this current meta. Like, there's a lot of AD. You tend to win by playing around your bot lane, and you're not going to get enough damage with Senna as your primary carry in the kind of faster perma-jungle gank bot lane meta that we're in.
Yeah, the laning phase is really important right now. I mean, there's tons of good options to punish these weak laners if that's what Blackpink is going to continue to go for. You can go the Caitlyn Lux, there's Varus and Karma. Ezreal is also would be good options. So there's tons of good options to punish. But this lane was a little too weak for the early game, and they just didn't really have that many avenues in.
Reptare is also just a psycho. It's been playing super well. And then, there's the Camille damage.
Yeah, now it's kind of gotten to the point where Camille's crested over, has an item advantage on this top side now, so Gragas is going to need to be concerned in that 1v1. Camille could very easily kill him in a long lane, definitely not near the tower, but in a long lane, could look for that. And it's just not a lot of good rushers on the side of Plink so far. I mean, that's basically their only initiation that's non-committal.
Maybe they're going to go for the play here? Let's see. Gragas has flash.
Now they're doing it on a ward though, so they're going to need to commit early. Gragas is going to go right into Raptor, going to get stunned up. The Tibbers is dropped, the forced walkaway. Not a lot of damage yet as Jakun's looking to get those autos. This is a 4v5 so far. Stormbliss does have a TP available. Not going to let the use it, just going to get this top tier 2 as this is resources burn, so well done.
There's also supers pushing mid, and Camille's getting a free push top. So this is very good macro play out of Fat Pikachu.
If you don't die, free tower, more gold collected up, cresting that 10k range.
Yeah, and then Baron's up. They should be able to end off Baron if they get Baron.
Yeah, that's definitely the look. Try to avoid those pinks. Only 27 minutes on the clock. But Mountain Soul's up in 2 minutes also, so you want to try to get that Baron as early as possible if that's what you're going to do. Looks like that's the angle, as that's where Blackpink is pinging. A lot of Baron damage available between these two, so I expect a very quick Baron. Give it about 20 seconds, it should be gone.
Zaya's being a bit silly right now.
Yeah. 27-10, the Baron.
Bro, you don't have life steal. Back up. Use ball. Alright, they get Baron though. Zaya's gonna reset, and they're gonna end.
Yep, just look to reset. Not gonna try to take this fight. There's no real reason to. Dragon's up in a minute 30. Want to get the lanes pushed in before that. This is Soul, and Mountain Soul being available, and with a tank being selected up, and I'm so surprised that Cho'Gath is gonna go tank this game. Just knowing there's a Trundle on the enemy team, you're just gonna make Kenny basically unkillable, and yourself is gonna become paper. So that's part of the reason why these team fights have been so difficult to execute.
Yeah, it's just a really weird composition overall. I kind of get what they were going for, but at the same time, it doesn't really work out that well, even if it's executed super well. You're still going to have range problems unless it goes to like 50 minutes, which ideally you don't want. Your initiation kind of doesn't work together. There's things to learn from draft for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're never really expected to win lane in this type of situation, and that's very, very important for a bot side right now to try to get as many winning lanes as possible, but your bot and mid are basically mandatory. Your top is kind of whatever. With Dragon priority being so high, 20 seconds on the clock as we're going to look to see this Soul fight, rather, which could likely end the game if Pico Smilex gets too hard for this fight when they are this far behind.
Let's see. I mean, they have to go for it at this point, honestly. Like, what else are you going to do? Just see it. F it, we ball. Just
they have tons of
see
good
what happens.
They have tons of good steal options if they are able to get a ward in. I mean, you're not going to outsmite Cho'Gath, so that is decent, but other than that, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, I think Camille's just kind of taking in him, and they're just like, they have to commit to this.
No vision. Captain Closure is not going to get it. Mountain Soul is going to go over to the side of Fat Pikachu. 2 kills being killed almost instantly. Now here we go. Stormbus is on the backside by himself though, so unable to get in so far. Everybody. Stun's going to land. Sundar's going to be in trouble. The ultimate's not going to have enough peel as the flash is going to grab Tef.
Azir, calm down.
And Jakun has decided the game is just going to be over. Another good ultimate from the side of Jakun. And this is going to be it. Are we going to see Tyus die?
This guy, dude. What is this Azir? This is wild.
Yep, and Stun's going to land. Nice and easy. Just not enough damage on the side of Tyus to do anything significant. As that is going to be the game. 29 minutes on the clock. Soul in the bag. Nice and easy. Collected up for the side of Fat Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's game 1, happens. Wash historically lost all our first games in like 20 minutes. The draft didn't make a ton of sense. Tef, their whole team is very talented. I don't think this was super representative of what they're capable of, but at the same time, Fat Pikachu actually won a game, which is kind of cool. It's like almost opposite day. They looked really, really good doing it. So I'm excited to see how they end up, if they can kind of continue this style of play. It was fun to watch.
I mean, you definitely can see what they're going for. I do expect next game for the bot lanes to definitely be switched up. So getting some stronger lanes for the side of Smile Pikachu would be a good opportunity. So that's the only thing I really can recommend. Tef is very, very good. So giving more tools in their pocket would most likely prevent bot lane being that travesty.
It's a good bot lane for sure. Today is solid. Sandara is always a good mid laner. Sorry, I don't know who the jungler is, but you seem chill. Good game, everybody. That was fun to watch.
Don't touch this, brother. This is the best of 3, and we will be right back soon.